Diamond Matter channel, welcome. Right, today I'm going to be doing some setting, a little bit unusual for this channel. Normally I just focus on hand making mounts. So yeah, today I'm doing some setting, so I'm a little bit nervous about how to proceed. Basically 90% of my skill is in hand making jewellery, the next 9% would be polishing, and then the remaining 1% would be doing setting. So I'll show you what I'm doing, I'll go through the motions, I'll make the videos though I'm teaching, but it's likely there'll be better information elsewhere online by more experienced setters. So anyway, this video, I want to do the setting on this earring mount. If you've seen my videos recently, I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, a video came out, I was showing how to hand make this. So we'll get into it immediately after saying thank you to 3 new patrons I got the last few days. We've got Jasper Allen, Paul Knapp, and someone, sorry, I'm going to get your name wrong, I really am. I'm going to try my hardest. Maciej Timolski, there you go. I hope that was somewhere close to correct. Yeah, thank you very much to all the patrons. Really appreciate all the patrons. They make this channel possible. If you want to become a patron yourselves, link in the description. It's patron.com/diamondmounter. You'll get a shout out on the next upload after you join. You'll get access to the YouTube videos 2 weeks before they go public on YouTube. And then if you subscribe to being a classic or official patron, you'll get access to all the full instructional guides as well as all the other perks of becoming a Diamond Matter patron. So yeah, it's patron.com/Diamond Matter. I hope you join. If not, you're welcome just to come back and watch all the free content as often as you want. So anyway, let's get this earring done. I decided to go for my setting ball thing. I've got some jet set heat form. I'm going to get that in there and then shove the earring in it. I'm going to warm this up with my flame. Probably not ideal. I think you're meant to soak them in boiling water or something, but I live in a big house and the kettle's miles away downstairs in the kitchen. Also, don't heat things up and then immediately touch them with your fingers. Dangerous game to play. I'm going to bend each claw back a small amount, the same amount, which is a small amount on all 4. Don't think they need to come back a lot. If you're bending metal about, only do the minimum rather than over stressing it, bending it about too much. You need to come out a bit more. Okay, I was checking it over with my 2x loop, having a close look at it. The culé, the stone, is hitting the bar that the post is attached to, so I need to drill into that a little bit, give the point of the stone a bit of space to sit down. Luckily it's only a very small amount. Don't want to be drilling right through it up into the end of the post. This is good because it means the earring will be flat as possible. Like I said when I was making this in the video, you don't want, when you're making collets for like diamond studs, you don't want them too tall because they sit far out of the ear and then the weight of the stone will make it sag unless the fitting's really tight. So people have to put the fittings on really tight so it makes them uncomfortable because they're fighting gravity. So keep them flush to the ear where possible. So now I'm gonna hold that stone straight in the collet and mark a couple of the claws where they need to be cut out. Right there. The girdle's pretty thick on this stone as well. I'm setting my dividers from the top of the bezel to my line, not from the top of the claw to the line, because the claws will vary in height a little bit. I didn't try really hard to get them all really similar lengths, so much more trustable gauge would be the top of the bezel to my line, and do that on all 4. Just found out I've only got really small heart burrs. Thought I had bigger sizes than that. I would much rather choose a bigger one, but that is the biggest one I got, so that's what I'm using. What I want to do is try a trick I saw on a YouTube video ages ago. The guy was setting, he had one of these, I think it was one of these, and he set his he set his micromotor to spin backwards, and it's less grippy, you get less like traction on it. It doesn't want to run around the claw as much. So let's try this, spinning backwards. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, I can notice it even just doing this lightly. It's less grippy. It's more like slipping on the surface, so that's a bit less dangerous to do this. Yeah, make sure I'm holding this right angle. Hang on. So this is cutting a groove for the girdle, but the girdle of my stone is quite thick. So I might end up having to flatten this out anyway. It is more slippy, but it's also pulling the opposite way I'm used to, so my hand is not trained for resisting it pulling this way. I still having mistakes with it. I'm gonna put it back to normal. I've just did a bit more work on these. I haven't gone in too deep. I just want to try the stone out. Yeah, everything's going well, but looping my stone next to the slot I've cut, that girdle is so big. I think I'm just gonna have to put a cylinder phrase in it. It's massive. Nah, I haven't got a really thin cylinder phrase either. See, the universe punishes me when I try to do setting, that's why I avoid it. So I'm just putting my saw blade in there and just scooping it out a little bit. Because that sharpness is not suiting the girdle of my stone at all. So going through all my burrs, I found this one. This is this large kind of setting burr, I think that's called. Yeah, it's exactly the same size as my stone, so I can't resist putting that in. It might scoop out some bits that need to be scooped out. Okay. Yeah, that's helped it sit right on the bezel. Much cleaner. I should have done that before cutting the claws out. Anyway, it's all good. I think you'll have a lot easier time setting if you've got all the correct burrs and stuff. I don't seem to have anything I actually really need. Only that big setting burr was good so far. I'm just doing a bit of tweaking with needle file. I just want to take a bit of meat out of the bottom edge. So I'll just show you my dodgy craftsmanship. You can see that dip in the middle of the barlet. I took that metal out so the stone can drop down. And you can see the claws, I cut them out. They were much sharper than that, but I've been sticking my saw blade in there and needle files and mucking about with them because the girdle of the stone is really thick, which I didn't notice before. So I'm hoping, I think they could be better, but I'm hoping I can just push those claws up and back into position and then get the stone set. So let's have a go. Okay, this is an Optivisor job. Word is on the street you're supposed to use chain nose pliers. Well, I can't really see why these are good because the points are narrower, obviously. Surely something with a wider end would be safer, less likely to slip off the claw. I'm gonna do my own way. So let's bend these up a little bit. I suppose a nice touch is to line up the facets nicely with the claws. I'm going to check around it with my loop as well. No, 2 times is better. Okay, that's all looks good so far. If If the girdle didn't look like it was about to go into the groove, I'd have to take it out and adjust it. Obviously I'm being careful with the pliers as well. You sort of pull it at that angle, you sort of play with it, make sure the claws are bending how you want them to. Okay, it looks alright. Oh no, the stone's a little bit tilted. Hang on, let me see if I can push it more down on this one. It looks alright, you know. Okay, so let's have a laugh at my my setting. If you're trying this for the first time and you're having a tough time, this might be fun for you to laugh at what I'm doing. Okay, that one. I'm looking there. It's not too bad. A little bit gappy under the stone. That one looks alright. Is that alright? A little bit of a gap on the stone. That's me with the needle files. I took too much weight from underneath the cut. So watch out for that. It's not too bad actually. Well, that was bad. Look at that. Look at that. That's cutting too much out the side. It's not. The mistake I've made is I haven't cut like there. I've cut sort of on the side, so it's all a bit gappy looking. Yeah, gap under the stone, see that? It's like the stone's on the bezel, but it's not on the bottom under my cut. Ah, I did too much work with the needle file. And then that side, it's a big gouge on the side. This claw's horrible. But the stone is in there, secure, it's not rocking about, and it's straight-ish, is it? Okay, so let's just keep working on it, see if I can improve it. What I think I should have done is I filed too much out under my cut for the girdle. I should have filed a flat on the top half, then that will help the claw just sit flat on the stone. Wish I'd done that. I've never actually done that before, but I have heard it's what setters do. I'm just going to snip these off. So I'm just going to round these off, make them a little bit bally on top. Just start it off, and then I'll hit it with the cup phrase, which will do a great job of neatening them up. Don't have to go mad with these. The ones I've got have little slots cut in them. They're really effective at cutting, so you don't have to spin fast, you don't have to push hard. They do a lot of work just on their own rotation, so I recommend being a bit careful with these. Okay, I'll finish the video here. Obviously you can do more work with filing and papering and polishing and stuff and improve things further, but I'm just going to finish it here. There's one claw, I just looked around it, there's one claw I like. The other three, there's problems with them. So, what's that one? That one looks pretty good there. Is that the claw I like? No, it's a bit gappy there, look, see that? Cut too much out under that stone. That one, that might be the one I like. It seems set quite securely. It seems cut out just right. There's metal sort of supporting under the girdle. I think that's the best one. Immediately the next one, gappy, don't like that. Yeah, really gappy from that side. That's terrible. That might be the worst claw. This one, not looking too bad, just a bit messy. Oh yeah, it's got the gouge cut out of it, look. Where I slipped with the with the burr. This one, gappy, horrible. So is it this one? This is the best one. Yeah, that's my favourite one. If I can get them all like that, I would have been happy with it. So, as always, a set, I say this about myself as a set, I can sort of do the job and get it done, but not very well. I need a load more practice. It's not going to be impossible for me to get good at that, but I just need more practice. There's no reason at all why I couldn't just make one of these, get like, say, 25 of them cast, and then just spend the day just with a big pile of CZs, everything's all the same size, just going around them, just do one, then do another one, and every one try my best and try and learn from my mistakes, like study what I'm doing, what tools I'm using, and then I might sort of come up with my own answers as I proceed, just through experience. Yeah, even looking straight down at the claws, these two look more spaced out and they seem to go closer up there, so again, little issues with it. So stone's not exactly perfectly flat as well. Looking at it, looks good there. I turn it that way, it's slightly lifted that side, so if I had another stone, another one, I know to be more careful with how it actually sits down. And but yeah, it was a bit more difficult for me because I didn't have the tools I needed for getting that girdle right, so I was mucking about with saw blades and files and stuff. So still, like I say, I can do setting, but I'm in the trial and error stage. I can't go straight to a really good job. I haven't got the experience, but basically, yeah, it's all good fun at the end of the day. I enjoyed the experience practicing that, so I recommend you do the same. Don't shy away from things you can't do. Just get stuck in, and then you might surprise yourself and do a really good job, or learn something and have confidence to do a better job next time. That's a really valuable feeling when you're learning not just jewellery, but any skill. Okay, cool, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let's have a laugh at my terrible craftsmanship, and yeah, if you wouldn't mind clicking like, subscribe, helps the channel grow. Take a step further, you can become a Diamond Mountain member. Look for a join button on the page. If you can go a step further than that, what really supports me, enables me to share my knowledge I gained over 25 years being a jeweller, is for people to become patrons. Patron.com/Diamond Mountain, link in the description. You can, like I said at the start of the video, you can get a shout out on it.